Hello, everyone. Jose J. Garcia, real estate investor, coach, and mentor here. So, we got a great topic this evening, and we got another one already for next weekend. I already got somebody who requested it. Good topic on that one as well. We'll talk about that towards the end. But, okay. Any questions, of course, y'all can ask towards the end. We'll open the floor, and then in or so you can drop on the comments. Pay attention to the comment box. It is full of information, so you can also tag on that. But let's see. Multiply mobile home deals. This is good, especially for some of you wanting to leave corporate America, like I did a little bit over a year ago. Leave your job, create passive income, extra income. There's many things you can learn on here. That's what we're going to be talking about. But the biggest goal on here is how do you multiply? How long does it take to get 2, 3 mobile homes, okay, under your belt? Maybe rentals, rent to owns. We'll talk about exit strategies as well. But all in all, is getting additional because I can even break one deal where how long should it take to get a mobile home rehab, for example, right? And some investors are taking way too long with one investment alone. If it's taking you 2, 3 months, we're talking more like stick built. So that's already an issue. I would say there's an issue with the contractor's crew. Yes, we'll get to that shortly. Okay. Or there's no delay. On average, a mobile home that needs to be rehabbed should take no more than about 3 weeks. And that does include partial or that be needing to be gut. If it's not, a rehab in a mobile home is very simple. Okay. Now that may not even be your exit strategy anyway, but if you are rehabbing, regardless of what the exit strategy then on that would be rent or rent to own, flip, note, whatever, it should not take more than about 2 weeks to get a rehab. Okay. So that's a lesson in itself, but let's jump right in. So what are those exit strategies that we talk about? Now, when you think about an exit strategy, one thing that I was kind of caught off guard, which I know all too well, but not too long ago, I had an investor said, "Yep, I got this property here, and we're onto it about 2 weeks, and we're thinking about what to do with it, what the exit strategy can be." And it got me immediately thinking, this is something that before you invested into it. Once you paid, you got the title, you got the documents, you have it out there. What is there to think about? The exit strategy comes before, because this goes all hand in hand with what are the market numbers. Okay, so you have to figure out before you even invest in any mobile home is what am I going to do with it? Is this going to be a rental, rent to own? Am I going to flip it? Am I going to offer financing? Is it a wholesale, bird dog, connect, whatever? You can start adding all those questions in there and then go after it and invest in it. Now, many times that may change. There's many mobile homes that I get, and I'm thinking I'm going to just go ahead and toss them on the let's do deal sheet. We'll wholesale them off. We're kind of busy at this time. And within 30 minutes, I'm thinking, you know what, let's go ahead and keep that one. Good example, the Warner Robinson that we had on there last week. I told you I found and jumped on it quick. We would end up keeping it. Now we kept it and did a JB. So we did end up doing with the student investor that was there ready and had been waiting. Went ahead and took initiative on that one. But exit strategies, you have to know what those are. You have to know what the market allows. Not every exit strategy works in every market. So that's also another issue that we see many times. Investors get in and, well, I'm going to start creating a bunch of rentals in this area. And that's, you can do it, but you have to remember, do the numbers check out? I've used this example many times. I feel like I beat up Columbus, Georgia, but that's just the way that it is. And the example there is, can I become a landlord with mobile homes in Columbus, Georgia? Yes, you can, but this is about what the numbers will look like. Law rents there are around $450 a month. Rental rates are around $5 to $550 a month. Is that a good spread for you? And again, there's no deal the same, no investments the same. So if those numbers work out for you, and get you hundreds of those things and do them for 100 a month, by all means. Not for me. I want to be a little bit more on the 300 plus, if you will. We have some mobile homes in certain areas that we do well over 500 a month. That's collecting for us. That includes lot rent on top of that. So again, where do you want to be in those kind of numbers? No deal is the same, no investment is the same, but you have to know your market numbers and what the market allows for. So exit strategies, some of those, and I'm going to mute whoever it is on here. A little bit of back noise. Unmute yourself at any given time if you want to ask a question. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So you have, as you would start out, most people do is wholesaling. Most people start out with coming in wholesaling. There's no money in the pocket. No shame in that. You're getting into the game. Coming in as a wholesaler is never a bad idea anyway, because of how many things you have to learn to be able to do the business, period. You're already actually a little bit further ahead when it comes to agreements, paperwork, documents, just being a wholesaler, because you have to know how to do the above in order to be able to make the transaction. Right now, a lot of wholesalers, many times I've heard, well, I don't really care because it's not for me. That is a horrible attitude to have, because the more you know, if I had a wholesaler coming to me, and they can be transparent, I hope they are anyway. I'm a wholesaler, I'm trying to wholesale this mobile home. I don't care who the owner is. I'm going to treat them like they're the owners. And I'm going to ask them every specific of the mobile home. And if they don't have it, they better go get it. Because when you're a wholesaler, you're technically in charge. You technically own agreements and rights too. Okay. So the more information you know as a wholesaler, the better it's going to be. A wholesaler comes to me and wants to offer me a mobile home. One of the first questions immediately, was the year, make, model. I want to know those. And those are not even specifics. Those are just facts on a mobile home. Gives me an idea of, I'm going to ask for pictures. I'm going to ask for the address. I'm going to ask for lot rent. If it's in a park, does it need to be moved, et cetera, et cetera. The list goes on. That's more of a wholesaling kind of thing. But you're able to learn a lot. Now, one thing about wholesaling that a lot of people kind of look down upon, and more so in real estate than mobile homes, is you never stop being a wholesaler. If you started out as a landlord, as flipping mobile homes, etc., it doesn't really matter. At one point, you will become a wholesaler. And the reason behind it is the more you're out there branding, marketing, and advertising, the more deals that are going to come to you. When somebody thinks about buying or selling a mobile home in that market, they should be thinking about you. And that happens with advertising. The Let's Do Deals is a good example to me. I cannot take every deal, but you don't just turn a seller away. If it's a good deal for you, it's a good deal for somebody else. So why not create that triple win-win-win situation, right? You take that seller who is selling a mobile home. Okay, Facebook, we're reconnecting here. Well, apparently not. We dropped Facebook. Okay. The seller needs to sell. So you're able to make a win out of that. The buyer, an investor nearby, whoever it may be, needs to buy a mobile home. You can connect with the seller. There's a win on that. And you make profits in between. You create the win-win-win. So wholesaling, you only get bigger and bigger. I wholesale more now than I've ever had before. And again, it's because of how many deals come to me. I cannot take every deal. Okay. Bird dog connector, that's always just similar to in a way. You're just not really taking over into the agreements, the paperwork. Maybe you don't care to do it. I would highly suggest that you do get into that and start learning it, because you don't want to cut your funds. The difference between a wholesaler and a bird dog could be quite a bit. As a wholesaler, you're basically marking that property up to whatever the market allows. As a bird dog connector, you basically be given a fee. What fee is that? Well, it could be whatever you and your investor, your buyer, agrees to, or whatever y'all come to terms. But you're leaving money on the table when you're doing such. But that is another exit strategy. Okay. Then you have rentals. Maybe you do want to become a landlord. Now, I've said a couple times why you should not do rentals in a sense. I'm not talking them down. Rentals has its pros and its cons, just like anything else. Pros, well, it can be forever and ever rented. And as long as they're paying, it's like an ATM constantly every month disposing money. Nothing wrong with that, right? So there's no reason why you cannot do rentals. Okay. Then you have moving, transporting. That's something that I'm seeing now a lot more investors get into. I think it's awesome. Get into that transporting. Again, it can be more like a wholesale transaction, but now you're supplying somebody even bigger, a more secure buyer, hence park owners. Okay. They have a lot of people with parcel real estate land out there. They buy a piece of land and it is their destined for them to have a mobile home on it, a home on it, period. So when it comes to mobile homes, they're cheaper, more affordable, and you can get them on there easier and quicker. So they're going to reach out to you as well. So there's another buyer. Okay. Now I'm listing these exit strategies. Which one do I want to get into? I know many investors who have one designated exit strategy. That's what they like. I have an investor friend who all he does is wholesale. He's not going to do anything else. He's not going to move them. He's not going to talk about RTOs or rentals, or he wants no part of it. And he does very good for himself. That's okay. I personally want to have every avenue possible. The more avenues where I can make money, passive income, and create greater wealth, that's the better one to go with. So I don't limit myself. Now, I focus more on certain ones over the others many times, but I always leave my door open for every avenue within mobile homes I want to do them into. You don't want to have limitations to that, because again, one, what if you're in a market where wholesale works really in every market anyway? But what if you're in a market where wholesaling would pay you minimal, while maybe keeping a mobile home there as an RTO will pay you maximum? So you have to know those differences. Now, again, you may just not be up for that. That's plenty fine, but you're leaving money on the table. Always remember about it that way. Okay. After mobile home moving transporting, you have obviously packages. In the end, anybody getting into mobile home investing, you're already pre-thinking, okay, land. At one point, I want to own the land, whether it's an individual parcel with, what package, what we call mobile home and land, or a mobile home park. Eventually, everybody wants to get there, right? So those are exit strategies again, and always something that you should have vision to. I'm doing these flips. I'm doing these wholesale deals. I have some rentals. I have some RTOs, mobile home park, and or. All right. So Facebook is definitely done. Okay. But the one thing I say is the ABP rule. Write it down. Always be paid. You always want to be getting paid. A lot of investors get in and they're doing an RTO, they're rehabbing to do a rental, and in the meantime, they got their arms crossed sitting around, and well, it's going to be done in a couple of weeks. We'll be able to put it in the market. Well, what are you doing in the meantime? Why aren't you wholesaling? Why aren't you connecting? Why aren't you trying to get a park owner some mobile homes he or she can bring into their park? Empty pads. Always be paid. If you're not getting paid daily, you still got a job, is the way I see it. Every day, you should be making a transaction. One, and that's a goal for all of you to have. How can I get paid every day? When I first got into mobile home investing, and again, it was very low key, but I heard about this this investor. He was more into houses, but he also mixed into mobile homes, and I was getting more into that at that point, so I was connecting a little bit more. And he mentioned this gentleman. I never did know what his name was, but he said the way he set up his mobile homes, he has rentals. He set up his mobile homes every day differently. That's kind of weird if you think about, hey, my monthly lot rent or rental is due on the 17th of September or the 21st or the 22nd. It doesn't matter. He got creative with it. He got enough mobile homes where he got paid every day, and that's the way he wanted it. He just felt the need that I need to get a paycheck, or I need to get some type of transaction done every day. It just makes me feel good. So he had enough mobile homes to rob, which, in a month's time, you only need 30 anyway. But every day, something was due. Something was due. It meant he got paid. And that's what you need to do in a sense. You need to have an urgency to create passive income. I made a kind of long video over the weekend. I don't know if I want to send y'all. Some people are saying it's kind of too direct to coach. The way the coaches talk to me is the way many times I come across, and it's all about putting that pressure behind you. Okay. Nobody's going to do anything for you. You have to do on your own. You have to go out there and create this passive income security. No job will ever do that for you. So that's what we're going to jump onto here in about 2 minutes. Okay. But it's always be getting paid. If you're not getting paid while you're sleeping, you still have a job. I want to wake up and know that I have passive income. I love doing RTOs. I love doing wholesaling. I love coaching on here. I love moving mobile homes, but if I had to, for whatever reason, take a couple weeks completely off, I couldn't even come to my computer. Do I have to be concerned or worried about where is my next paycheck coming from? Because the one thing that does not stop for sure is bills. Bills keep rolling in. Does not matter how you feel that month, that day, they're going to keep on coming. So should your paychecks and passive income. Any questions, start dropping them on the comment section, please. I'm about to share my I'll get to that one in a second. So here's something I don't use much of. Whiteboard. Y'all tell me when y'all see it, please. Give y'all a minute. Okay. So how do you multiply? Why does it take so long to get a mobile home and then another one and multiply? I don't get one more deal after the first one or another one. I get 3 or 4 right after my first or second or third. It doesn't matter. It's always multiplying deals. Now I keep a portfolio that I like to have at 100 RTOs at one point. That's the passive income. That's security, money that comes in. Okay. Wholesale, like I said, always be paid. That's great. If I wholesale 20 mobile homes this week, that's phenomenal. If I move a few more for a park owner, that's great. If I make a few connections, even awesome. Some coaching, I have that on top as well. All that is plus, 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 plus. But at the end of the month, I want to have a set number that I say, okay, this is what it looks like. And this is specifically, it's going to go for all you who want to leave your corporate job or your daily job, whatever it may be. Okay, we're going to talk about some of that, some reverse engineering that you can start figuring out numbers, how to do that. Okay. So let's say, example, and I just made a video with a student, I don't know, about 30 minutes ago. It was phenomenal. He is all into, well, he's got 3 now. His second one and definitely his third one, he's into it less than when I first got started. That's phenomenal. And that's what coaching does, by the way. But let's talk about some of these numbers. No deal is the same. No investment is the same. Everything on here is for educational purposes. But can these numbers be done by yourself or your friend, whatever? Yes, they can be beat. When I see numbers, great ROIs, I don't think, oh, I want to get that. I'm thinking, how can I get better than that, right? Because you're always looking into this. So here's the example that we're going to use. 5,000. Okay. What is 5,000 going to give me in mobile homes? This is not real estate. Remember that. If you know what you're doing, you know what you're looking for and how to invest. 5,000, okay, which should be a quarter of now. Every market is different. We're talking Georgia right now, Central Georgia more so to be exact. Okay. Mobile home. It should get you the mobile home. It should get you, it should also cover the labor, the material, the holding. What is the holding? Holding is utilities, light bill, power bill, lot rent. Okay, holding is lot rent. You also come in. Now, many times our deals here, we get you a month, 2 months, or even more lot free rent. That I didn't get that coming in. Sometimes you have that, so that's just one less holding cost that you have to come out of pocket. And then you have the insurance, which is not an option. Okay, always insure your investments. There's no way around that. And I mean, the numbers on that are minimal. Okay, so for 5,000, you should be all in. That's everything, all exclusive. You got the mobile home, you got the labor, the material, the holding, everything. That's what you got in 5,000. Hence, low risk, low entry, high reward. So you got this one mobile home here. It's up and running. We got everything done. We're ready to put it on the market. Should be on the market a week before it's done, by the way. There's a tip for y'all on that. Never wait till it's actually done before you start advertising. Have a buyer ready, have buyers waiting on this home. Okay. So you have 5,000 all into. Okay. How much can you sell the same mobile home in Central Georgia for? 20,000 or a little bit more. You can finance it. You can create a note on it. You obviously tack on interest, which means that you'll get even more money than that. But then at that point, you're stretching it into a 2, 3, 4 year, whatever it may be, term monthly, right? Because now you're the bank, if you will. You're financing for the people. Give it an opportunity is the way I see it, right? So there's no shame in that at all. But let's just say in this example, 5,000 all in, and you sold it for 20,000 cash. You made money. One of y'all open y'all's calculator and tell me what the ROI on that is, please. All in for 5,000, resold it for 20,000, let's say 1 month, because again, it should not take you longer than that. When you get a mobile home and you get this investment, you're in a hurry. You're in a productive hurry, right? I got to get this rehab. Let's go, 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 go. Where are you at on contractor? Every day, okay? So your ROI on that, by the way, 300. 300%, give or take, I think. This is not real estate. These are not real estate numbers. Low risk, low entry, and high reward. And this is what we're talking about. Okay. You got an investment for all in 5,000. Could you not have borrowed 5,000 from Aunt B or Uncle John or whoever it may be? I have a video on our YouTube where I show you how to do this with PayPal and using credit cards. You have no excuses. Take action today is what I'm saying, right? Get this 5,000 deal, because this is where you begin and you immediately start multiplying. So what do you do with your 20,000? Some of you want to go put a down payment on a Beamer, BMW. Not yet. Okay. You take your 20,000 and you reinvest. You keep doing this because you're in a hurry. Remember, 20,000 to reinvest. How many mobile homes can you now do with 20,000? The profits that you got from the first one. Now the first one is there, is gone, right? Because you sold it for cash. So you have 20,000. Could you perhaps do 4 more? If you play your cards even right, you might do 5, maybe. But let's stick with good numbers. You got 4 more. happening at this time. How many can you manage at one time? That's going to be huge. And a lot of things go hand in hand on here. Okay. You have 4 crews going, or are you going to wait on one? Who's going to manage them? Who's going to oversee them? Yes, there's a lot of things that are in there. But here's the beauty about doing one deal. After you do one mobile home investment, you're going to learn a lot more doing that one than I can teach you behind the screen right here, because you're going to walk into a lot of, oh my goodness, kind of moments. And you're going to walk into a lot of, I didn't know that. I didn't learn that. I didn't hear about that. Okay. So when you do your first deal, you have a lot of experience now. Okay. And when you do 4 more, okay, you're getting up there. So, and you keep learning, I still learn things every day, but you got 20,000 now to reinvest in 4 more. Okay. We're talking simple numbers, same as example. So you got the 4 done in a month. Yes, you should have more than 1 crew doing these, by the way. I'm not waiting on 1 crew to roam around and do all 4 units. Okay. Even if it was 2 weeks, that's adding holding costs. There's no need to get additional crews. They're out there. So 4 homes all in, $5K per home. Same market, same numbers. We're going to resell them again for $20K cash. Okay, examples. 20K times 4 equals, anybody? I know simple math. I got it. 80,000. Okay. Your one investment that you got in and borrow money, PayPal, credit card, whatever you needed to get that one first deal at 5,000 has suddenly multiplied, and look how quickly. We're talking a month. So now, second month, you have 5 that you can already flip. You got option, because again, between while you're doing this, while it's being rehabbed, you're paying attention to your crews. Yes, everyday check-in, videos, pictures. I want to know any problems, what's happening. I'm also wholesaling. I'm also connecting. I'm also adding. So you constantly paid. All right, whoever's talking, if you can mute yourself, please. Just to see if I can do it. Okay. So back to it. So you got 80,000. Okay. 5,000 converted into 20, 20,000 converted into 80. No down payment on a BMW just yet. Not yet. You got 80,000 now. Okay. You're moving up pretty quickly. It's the way I see it. 80,000. Now you reinvest yet again. This is where, at this point, I would say, you know, it's great to do flips. It is awesome to do wholesales. They're so quick in and out, but they're exactly that, in and out. Then what? Because you still don't have passive. There's still no security here. Now you're building your pocket capital, your wallet, okay, which is great because it allows you to continue to invest and invest some more, okay? But wholesaling, again, should be happening anyway. But at this point is where you start to want to focus. Okay, do I want to create some rentals? And I highly suggest that you do, as much as you may hear me say, well, RTOs are better because of this or that. Everything has a pro, everything has a con. ATMs. Think about rentals as ATMs. That's what they are. And if you have the right management team, you have the right handyman contractor nearby, or somebody they can even call directly and not bother you, period, there's nothing wrong with rentals. They're constant passive income. Let's start talking about now leaving your corporate job, your day job. A lot of people struggle with this. I struggled when I was having this, okay? I would say this. How much money do you make on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis? I don't know what you get paid, okay? I got paid bi-weekly when I was in my corporate job. Terrible job, by the way. But it was a good job, but it was a job. That's all there was, okay? Some of you say, well, I'll make 30,000 a month, 30,000 a year, 40,000 a year, 50,000. It doesn't matter, okay? Let's say 50,000 a year. Salary. What does that divide to? Okay, let's just say 3,000 a month. Okay, we're breaking it down. 3 a month. What is 3,000 divided by 4 weeks? Give or take. Most months have 4 weeks, not 5. Okay, you're getting an idea of what you need to produce with your passive income. We're going to start creating rentals and RTOs. Now, here's one thing I want to remind y'all, okay? Even if you do want to create RTOs, RTOs is a second option, not a first. Always come in, invest in a mobile home if you're a flipper, okay, and flip them for cash. Now, there's many exit strategies and there's many creative ways to finance. Well, they don't have a down payment right now. They can't do this. They can't do that. I have a few JVs that I'm about to get very creative this week because they're about to get on the market. They got to go. So you have to know how to do that as well. But you never start out with, well, I'm not going to accept all cash because I want to create an RTO. That's nonsense. There's no such thing. You just created 80,000 out of 20. Why would you hold on to something like that? Now, if it's a rental, it's as simple as, hey, it's not for sale. It's a rental. There's a difference there, right? But how many mobile homes, if I was going to create rentals, would I have to make 3,000 a month? Reverse engineer. Okay. You have lot rent, you have rental rates, and then you have your profits, your net of what you collect. Okay. Let's say you do create a rental. Okay. I collect $350 a month from our rental. Why? Because 300 of that is lot rent. Rental rate allows for 600 rental rate. So there, that means that I collect 300 to pocket. Okay. One mobile home a month is going to bring me $300 a month. Okay. I am going to use my calculator. That means that I need 10 rentals, bringing me 300 a month so that it can equal 3K. Goodbye, corporate America. Goodbye, job. Okay. Maybe not yet. Maybe double that first. Go ahead and get you 20 of them, because if you're doing this while you're doing a day job anyway, why not just keep it for just another month, another 2 months, or whatever you need, and keep doing it. That's what I did when I left. Okay. So 10 rentals at $300 a month equals 3K. 20 obviously equals 6K. So this is why you keep doing it. And again, do not forget exit strategies that you're leaving on the table. Wholesale and Bird Dog Connect and transporting, all these things can make you money, as simple as connecting a buyer and a seller. Just give me $500 finder's fee and I'm out. Okay. $500 does not hurt you. That's more than one of your rentals. Okay. But you keep on doing this example here. You keep on multiplying. Maybe your next 80,000, half of that you decide to keep for rentals. I'm going to create these for rentals, and I'm going to have these other ones for flipping, and you keep going and you keep going. So how soon can you create 10 mobile homes? Can you have 10 mobile homes, passive or flipping them? It is as simple. For 20,000 will get you 4 mobile homes, give or take. Inflation is up. Find 3 of them. Okay, that's one less. 3 mobile homes. So within 2 months, you should have at least minimum 3 mobile homes up and going or sold. Okay, I paid no attention to questions, by the way. I'm all over the place here. Here we go. Thank you, Dino. See, y'all are sitting here answering my questions. I'm not even looking at the chat box. That would have helped me out. Instead of getting my little calculator. Dollar General, 99 cents, by the way. Okay, I had to save on that. I had to leave my money for my investments. So, all right, let's see. At work, I went some of these. Okay. All right. So, I mean, you get the idea of what I'm doing here, right? Keep investing, keep investing. You know, some investors say stay broke as long as the money's out there. I couldn't agree anymore with something like that. If I have it in my pocket, I'm probably going to spend it anyway. So when you can invest 20,000 and put it right back out there, and within a month and a half, create 80,000 and then do it again. Because now if you did do 80,000, if one of y'all wants to do the math on that, let's say you did 80,000, even at 10,000, I'm using high numbers, you would, that's 8 more mobile homes you can get. So it is so easy to continually just keep investing, and keep that passive income going. Some of you want to create that and then jump on wholesaling. That's plenty fine on that. But I would say have a security. The example I made earlier, what if I could not work for 2 weeks? Okay. If I have 100 RTOs at 300 a month, how much is that? I want to have a steady passive income that is going to keep money coming in, because when bills come out, I don't have to worry so much about that. And in the mix, I'm going to keep doing other type of exit strategies. That's the biggest thing that I see investors not do. You are leaving way too much money on the table simply because you don't want to engage with a different exit strategy. Okay, let me jump onto the questions here. Phil, good evening from Fort Worth, Texas. I used to go to Texas a lot with corporate America. Dallas. Don't forget this Saturday. Yeah, we'll announce that here in a minute. Join that. Okay. In some municipalities, a park manager is limited by law as to how much they can raise the lot rent per year. Is this the case in Georgia? Are there any things that we need to lock for lot rent rate? That was a great question asked by an awesome student. And so it's not by state as much as it may be also by city. Okay, the cities are pretty hard on something like that. So, okay, if you own a mobile home park, for instance, and I have had this question from park owners who I coach directly, well, I'm going to just go ahead and raise the lot rent a couple $100. You can't do that. That's not how it works. Okay. Everything has to be in stance and comps with what's in the area. And even though you may be the only mobile home park in this city, not that I would ever think that happens. Okay. It also goes hand in hand with apartment complexes and with any housing affordability, especially. You can't just start jacking up those prices up every year or every other month because you want to. It doesn't work that way. There are rules and regulations against that and ones that you can get in trouble by. So if you do take, and I see this a lot from new park owners, they come in and clean up a little bit and immediately start bringing it up. What they're trying to do is catch it up to rental rates in their numbers, okay, which they are allowed to, but they have to very slowly, progressively do so. That is a great question, Dino. Now, I'll add one thing to y'all there. Here's a great tip. If you're coming into an investment into a mobile home park, as part of the questions to the park management that I would ask is, how much is lot rent now? When is the last time it was raised? When is the next time it's scheduled to raise? Get those questions up front, because especially if you do an RTOs, that's going to affect those numbers. You sit there, do agreements, and inside of the next, you have to change it or adjust it, or it can start messing up things, interest. I don't know, many things that can happen. What I would try to do on something like that is ask the park management, okay, now I'm securing you for the next 3 years or 4 years or however long the RTO may be. I'm going to secure you on time lot rent. But I also want to see if we can lock up whatever I'm paying now for my duration of that time. A lot of people don't know you can do that. Okay. So, but you have to put it in paper and get it from the get go. If it's $300 a month right now, in 5 years, it may be $350 or more. Okay. Many parks that we do business with, that's actually how we have them set for the next 5 years. It's not going up. Okay. Next question. Get 4 more homes. Dino, I said get 8 more. 3 more and some changes in the pocket. Okay. Well, oh, I see what you were answering to that. What are the shortest and longest times you have held properties after rehab or direct sale and owner finance? That depends on the time of year, Phil. So I'll always try to sell them first. Always. Again, it's a flip for cash. I prefer that. If I have to get creative financing, I will. And by that, I could just mean the terms. It could be the down payment, the duration of many things we can do on that. But I would say for about 2-3 weeks, I want to try to sell it for cash first. Now, during those times, I'm already getting offers. So when I shift over, okay, looks like it's going to have to be an RTO. I already have somebody really in mind anyway. Somebody that already offered, well, if you're asking 20,000, will you take 10,000 cash for it? No, I will not. But you're in mind for financing kind of thing. So they're kind of put on the side for that. Okay. Second question, what is the average holding time for the direct sale and for owner finance? Same thing. I mean, it comes after direct financing is always second option. I never dismiss cash. And if the offer is good enough, then take it. Okay. Because again, if you are selling a mobile home for 20,000, you're all in for 5,000 and somebody offers you 15K. I mean, that's 3 more you can go do. So don't slow that process. What percent are sold for cash and what percent are done as owner? I think that's the same question. Is always try to sell everything for cash, and then if you have you're gonna have to finance no matter what. At one point, and that's the beautiful thing about giving back is that you kind of have to at one point, especially the time of year that we are in now. Anybody who's getting in the mobile home investing, you're gonna have to finance. Okay, there's ways to be creative where maybe you can schedule it on the first of the year. You can flip it, or many ways we can coach you on that. But I would say flip everything, and the ones that you finance, those are going to start adding up, and that's what creates your passive. Or if you do rentals, then you can do that. 25 plus, okay. Dino, 10 at 300, okay. 80K, 560 more deals. There you go. 80,000, get at 5,000 per unit, get 16 more deals. Imagine that. If you went from 5,000 to getting your first deal, you've accomplished something. That converted into 4 converted into 16. I mean, you're doing something, right? Give or take. Awesome. That's a good idea. Okay. All right. Any other questions y'all have on this? Got some announcements for you. And I mean, something like this, I mean, we could show a lot more creative ways on here. That could be a call in itself, is how to get creative with financing. Maybe we'll do that after next week. Next week's already taken. Okay. But okay, well, let me start on some advertisement advertising here I got for y'all. If you do have any additional questions, just drop it on the box there. Okay. Next Saturday, we have a very good meetup. We're starting to do these, and I'm going to grow these. These are very good. You surround yourself by like-minded people, investors, whether you're real estate, realtors, mobile home investors. It is all about being out there. Okay, we can all help each other. So next week, Saturday, the 11th at 12 p.m., we're going to be in Beaufort, Georgia. Go to my social media and get the address. I think it was dropped on the comment box also, so you can get it directly off of there. If you can attend, awesome. We'll probably go live here and there, throughout the event on Let's Do Deals on our Facebook page. Also, we thought about that. We're not going to record the entire event, but we will do little sections here and there. The following Saturday after that, we have the Shadow event, which is going to be probably in Dublin, Georgia, or Macon somewhere. I don't know yet, but we got quite a bit of things going on in Dublin, Georgia, some investments there. So probably a good area to take you and show you a little bit of different market as well. So we'll be out there live on that. That's the 18th, Saturday, the following Saturday after that. Okay. Let me see what else I got. Next Sunday is going to be on evictions. Evictions now that, thank gosh, COVID kind of affected us in that sense, but now evictions are back normal. I spent some time this weekend in Spartanburg, South Carolina, where I was talking to a park owner. We were walking a bunch of parks, a bunch of homes, and we started talking about evictions. And that's who actually requested I do this coaching. And he started talking, well, evictions up here are easier because I'm going to leave that for next weekend. I want y'all to hear on some of that, okay? Every state, city, counties differently, always abide by the rule regulations and that, but some are easier than others. Good example, Florida got real hard on us when, during the whole epidemic, which, whatever, that was a whole case in itself. But, there are things that you need to watch out for, things that you can do as a landlord, even if you are selling them. Well, I have an RTO, so mine is different. Okay, I've heard that before, and yes, but what if the RTO, even though they got a large down payment, everything's going up to par up to a certain point where they just refuse to pay you? Then what? What do you do then? Do you still evict them normal? Do you do a foreclosure? There's things that you can do to avoid all the above and still come out a winner. So we'll talk about that next week. Okay. Now, this coaching here has been free for quite a while. I love them. I love my Sunday nights. We have a call that's going to start either on Wednesdays or Thursday evenings. It's going to be around the same time. I don't know yet which day specific, but we're going to advertise it very soon. Now, this is all going to be part of one large membership, okay, through GMHU. It's a whole new coaching program that comes on here. I'll go ahead and tell you, if you have JVs with us, if you're already a back pocket student, nothing is going to change for you. All these calls will come with that. Okay, so you'll be part of that already. But for anybody else getting into that, is these calls, they're no longer going to be free at one point. So we believe in everybody's time is worth something kind of thing. So everybody has to be paid. And when you pay for something, you treat it a little better anyway. Okay, so we're going to be doing that. We'll put announcements on that up to come. Let me see what else I got here. So it's okay. Yes, we'll have all full details on that. So next weekend is going to be, like I said, on evictions. And then the following weekend after that, which at that point it probably will be part of the membership, we'll talk about the creative financing. That's always a good one. Creative financing, how to finance people, how to take a right down payment, interest. What interest? A lot of people don't even know what percentage of interest can I charge. Again, how do you not know these numbers before you even got involved? That is just mind blowing to me. But we'll talk about that on the following weekend after next. Okay. Any last questions before we go? We made it over 8:30. I know we would. Okay. Well, if you didn't catch all this, or somebody who wants to catch this, they can always do the replay. We'll load it up on our YouTube here this evening, and by tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., it will be posted. So that being said, I hope you all have a phenomenal rest of the Labor Day weekend. Until next Sunday and Tuesday, don't forget, we'll see you then. Thank you for watching.